Welcome back gamers to another game review, and now it's Redfall. I consider Redfall the worst project from the internal studios of Xbox, which is confirmed by the rating and attitude toward the game. Even the journalists did not like the game. Everyone managed to scout, but I offer an enthusiastic review full of admiration. As the owner of the Xbox Series X, I cannot do otherwise, because without irony it's not possible here. I don't want to seriously review this substance, but the upper internet is silent, which means I will fulfill this mission for it and praise this product of life. Arkane began building a Redfall under a pleasant conditions of independence from Microsoft, having fallen under the wing of an evil giant who puts a pressure on the employees and forces them to make quality games day and night. They released this project. Working conditions were terrible. Separate offices, a good monthly salary, and the ability to work remotely. There was no prerequisites for the creation of a masterpiece. The evil Phil Spencer was constantly demanding a vampire and survival game, but Star Wars Jedi Survivor had already appeared about survival, which added to the complexity. The developers did not change the reputation of their boss, despite the difficulties of development. Here came Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which runs terribly on all systems, and Redfall runs the same everywhere, 60 FPS nowhere, and 4K nowhere. The studios have figured out the situation on the market, analyzed all the systems used by the players. On the Xbox Series S and X and most PCs, the project runs at a fluid 30 FPS, which will save your eyesight. The eyes only see for 24 frames, and the increase in FPS will make players blind. Glad that Arkane took care of our eyes. People who have one eye may not worry because there is also 12 frames mode for them, but this is exclusive to weak PCs. Another plus of 30 FPS is the enjoyment of the picture. Look through the locations quickly and smoothly, and you will not see the cache. And in 30 frames you will have the time to notice everything. A graphic masterpiece, nothing less. How tired of the cinematic graphics of Red Dead Redemption and other realism projects. I want to play, not plunge into reality, which is full of disappointments. Thanks to Arkane for giving me an amazing immersive experience in a cartoon world where every element is made in the style of Minecraft. You look at the object, and there's a squares around the edges. I especially like the nails of the heroine I choose, because they have the shape of the perfect square. The project is completely sterile and soaked in soap. Any object is washed. Everyone is talking about the problem of loading textures, but they are cunning. As you have seen the loading of objects, if you look at the weapon that you have in your hands, the eyes do not have time to analyze so much information on the screen. The protagonist walks on the water but leaves no traces. Haters will say that the game is well not throughout, but they are wrong. Read the Bible where God walked on the water, so here. I have not seen a better project. The unique visual style makes you immerse yourself in the Redfall and do not want to leave it. For more than 3 hours I just looked at everything that appeared on the screen, but I had to start playing. The plot. I went through the game completely yesterday, but I'm still impressed by the plot twist and development of the characters. On the one hand, we have a story-driven adventure where you can immediately see the hero and the villain, but the secondary characters add intrigue. Each of the 100 characters is memorable, interesting to watch, and their evolution depends entirely on the player's actions. Step on a stone and change the fate of the stone. He had a house and I moved it. You can play the game as good and evil. The variability is amazing. But back to the basics. Before us, the city was captured by vampires that appeared because of the blood of one aunt who unsuccessfully passed the test at the clinic. Here are the deeper meanings. The game is translated completely into Russian. Read the problem of healthcare in Russia. He, a resident of different countries, will find for himself the meaning and hidden message of the developers. Let's continue. There's a choice between 4 protagonists. The characters are great, especially the woman. I'm tired of adding beautiful women to games. I wanna play a thing, and then the blood from the brain goes to another place. Enough. Redfall cares about you and doesn't offer a single conspicuous character that will make your genitals get in the way of the gameplay. We can say that we have ordinary shootings. Error. It's a first-person horror game that suppresses the atmosphere of the Resident Evil 7 or 8. Human enemies should not be feared, but as soon as a vampire appears, tremble. The variety of vampires is huge. The main difference is skin color and gender. To kill him, you need to shoot a lot, but you still have to drive a stake through the heart. I didn't die in the game. Is she light? No, it's all fear.